Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and welcome back from a holiday weekend. Hopefully, you had a good one. Got a little bit of rain yesterday. I don't know about your side of town, but my co-host Diana Barrero Burgos is joining me right now. Diana, did you get any rain on your side of town yesterday?
I did, Todd. I sure did. Thank you so much for having me on the show again.
Yeah.
And yes, Todd, we had a wonderful weekend. And in addition, yes, we did get some rain.
I mean, I walked outside. It was like, what's going on here? I mean, there was dark clouds, and it actually produced rain. Now, granted, I don't know at your place, but it was probably like 2 minutes worth of rain. But brought the temperature down to the mid 80s, though. That was the big news of the day.
Yes, that is true. You know what? I'll take even a minute worth of rain with this heat.
I know.
Just being able to be in the low 90s was such a wonderful treat.
I
So
know.
I
I know.
take it any day.
Hopefully it'll continue. Probably not, but we'll just keep our fingers crossed for that.
We'll see.
And hopefully you all had a great holiday weekend. We're live from the HCCTV studios this morning for Up to the Minute. Good to have you with us. We got your HCC news and information for the next half hour. And Diana, they are watching us now live at 10 a.m. We're usually on at 10 a.m. every Monday through Friday when HCC is in session, but they can also catch us anytime in social media and on HCC TV.
That's correct, Todd. So we're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page. So don't type HCC, go to our district Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So catch us anytime.
That's right. Okay, Diane, I'm going to let you take away the first guest who is going to be talking to us about some great programs and partnerships we have here at HCC.
That is correct, Todd. Thank you so much. We are going to be talking to Ricardo Stephens, aka Rico, diversity strategist for Dell Technologies Human Resources. Welcome to the show, Rico. We're so glad that James Mabel of our career services told us about you and this amazing partnership. But first, tell us a little bit about you and your career and your team.
Good morning, everybody. Shout out to James. He is amazing, and I'm so happy to be here. So a little bit about myself. My name is Ricardo Stephens. I'm a diversity strategist at Dell Technologies. And within my role, I manage all of the community college strategy for all of Dell North America. So when you talk about bringing opportunities, whether they be full-time opportunities or internships to students here at Houston Community College, that is what I do. And I sit on the Change in the Face of Tech team. We work with historically Black colleges and universities and Hispanic serving institutions, specifically to target underrepresented minorities and women, and bring them into Dell as part of our 2030 Moonshot goals, which are cultivating inclusion, which we are looking to have 50% of our workforce be women, 40% be leaders, and then 25% of our workforce be African American or Hispanic, and 15% of those team members to be leaders. So super excited to be a part of that team and actually be on the ground doing that work.
Wow, that is amazing. First generation students with not so easily economic resources. Trust me, I was one of them, and I can tell you internships really made a difference in my life. So what you're doing is something very, very important. But when students hear about Dell Technologies, they tend to only think about computers. I know I do. What kind of opportunities does your company offer for our students?
That's a good question. And, for me, I started in tech support, but I knew nothing about computers. That's the good thing about Dell is we have lots of training. If you do want to get into tech, but you're kind of unsure, we have a pathway for that. But we offer things ranging from sales, marketing, supply chain and logistics, finance, accounting, any roles that you think about that to support a truly global company with over 100,000 team members, we have those kind of jobs. So definitely don't feel like you have to know about technology and be in love with technology to get an opportunity at Dell Technologies. Knowing about it will definitely help you. So definitely go and familiarize yourself with the products that we sell, the services that we offer, because that's going to help you be able to better tell the story and understand where you fit in that story. But don't think that you just have to be a computer whiz or an engineer to come and get a job at Dell.
So interesting, and that is so true. And you did mention some of the programs and resources that you guys offer. But let's say a student is really interested in a full-time or an internship opportunity. What do they need to do in order for them to get to where you're at today?
So there's several things. We have lots of on-campus events. We'll be at career fairs. You can find us on the Career Hub page and look at our opportunities there. But showing up to things, right? And when we host virtual or in-person events, showing up, bringing your best self to those things, right? Networking, getting outside of that comfort zone. Like something as simple as turning your camera on when you're on a virtual session can be that make or break to getting you noticed. Making sure that you're prepared, bring your resume, and be intentional. I think a lot of times when we talk to students, it's like, oh, I don't know exactly where I want to go or what I want to do. And that's fine. But be intentional as possible. Like if you know you want to work at Dell Technologies, do some research on the company so you can understand what our company goals are, who we are, our passions, right? And see if your passions align and see where you can fit into that story.
Rico, you are so right. I think students need to be able to prepare and be articulate about what they want out of their life. And some students do not have the opportunities or the resources to do some of this research. So one of the things, like you mentioned before, just coming to our career hub, we have it all over. We have one here at Southeast, as a matter of fact, where James also works out of. So I think it's very, very important for students to know that. But what other additional support can students get in other opportunities with Dell Technologies?
That's a good question. So first, I want to talk a little bit about our internships. They are paid summer internships, wow. 10 to 12 weeks, depending on what business unit you become a part of. But they will provide hands-on training there. You'll be assigned a mentor. You'll get real-world projects. So it won't be making copies and printers. So you'll get that hands-on experience. That's one thing that we know at Dell. We're not expecting you to know it all. So the things such as leadership, participating in student organizations, your current job experience are going to make a difference in you getting access to those opportunities. Now, some of the programs that we offer within my team, we offer Develop with Dell, which is a tech support or sales virtual on-demand learning program, which at the end of completion, you'll get a career-ready LinkedIn certification that you can then share with people externally or internally, and you'll be ready for a job within our tech support or our sales teams. So that's one thing that we do offer. You'll have mentors, you'll be meeting with managers, and you'll get access to all of our trainings for free. There's no cost for this program. We also offer Excel with Dell during the spring semester. So from February to April, we have a program where we'll pair you with a mentor in the space that you want to get into, and you'll meet with them. You'll have the opportunity to interact with other students like yourself from multiple schools, 2- and 4-year colleges and universities, and you'll have lots of professional development opportunities there. And then lastly, we have our DT Emerge Summer Summit. And we offer professional development workshops there and a lot of exposure to the culture of Dell. So that way, when you are ready for opportunities or you're like, hey, this is the company I want to be in, you'll have an understanding of what opportunities we have, the type of culture and dynamics that we have, and you'll be able to engage accordingly.
Wow, Rico, you're giving me a lot to work with, and this is so exciting. But I wish I could bring you on to Southeast. You need to come and visit me over here. We'll throw the house out of the window. We'll just party over here with all of our Southeast students. But I know you're going to be on campus. Can you tell us a little bit about that event?
Yes, I'm going to actually be on campus November the 7th with our sales teams for our Securing the Bag with Sales event. It's going to be a fun mixer, real laid back, but it will give you an opportunity to connect with some of our members. You'll connect with me. We'll have some prizes, some giveaways, some food. So a good way for you to come and see the types of opportunities that we have at Dell Technologies. I'll also be at career fairs in the spring, and I'll let you all know the specific dates that I'll be on campus at that time, but definitely be there November 7th.
Excellent. And this is going to be at our West Loop campus on 610. That's correct, right? Also, how can our students stay up to date with what's going on at Dell?
So Several ways. We have a lot of ways for you to understand what's going on at Dell. So first and foremost, the Career Hub will definitely provide all of the opportunities that we have for you. So you can check those out and see there. Also, jobs.dell.com/students, Dell Tech Careers and Dell on campus on Instagram. You can also find us on Way Up, searching Dell. And lastly, find me on LinkedIn, Ricardo Stephens. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm very active, very engaged, and I always post about where I'm going to be and the types of opportunities that we have.
Right now, I'm writing your Instagram and your LinkedIn down. I'm definitely going to be in touch with you. Any words of wisdom, lastly, and I know we're running out of time, but any words of wisdom that you would like to share with our students? You have such an amazing story. So take it away.
So I would tell you what's worked for me. Control what you can control. I'll be honest, when I started at Dell, I wasn't the best employee. I had to make up some things and I had to go and fix some things, right? And I understood that I could only control what I could control. I removed all of that other noise, and then I became intentional with my goal on where I wanted to go. And from there, it just was an upward trajectory. So definitely do that. And remember, when you're meeting with these recruiters, when you're meeting with these hiring managers, your story is unique to you. We're looking for, why should we hire you? So share your story with the recruiters and the hiring managers. Really give them an insight into what you bring to the table. And that's going to help differentiate you from all of the other candidates out there.
Wow, Rico, you have given us lots and lots to work with. Again, thank you so much, Ricardo Stephens, aka Rico, diversity strategist for Dell Technologies Human Resources. We'll have all of your info after our show. So Todd, guess what? I hope we're ready for Tasty Tuesday, because I am hungry, and every Tuesday I keep saying the same thing. I'm ready for something new and something yummy to sink my teeth in.
Well, then you should enjoy this next segment. We said it is Tasty Tuesday, and let's see if our guest has joined us. Lorena Tejeda is the general manager of Cuchara, Mexico City Cuisine. She's our Tasty Tuesday guest. Lorena, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
can
there
you
we
hear
go.
me?
Yes, we can. Good to have you
Okay,
with us on the
perfect.
show. Thanks for being here.
Thank
Now,
you for having me.
we know that Hispanic Heritage Month starts, I believe, next week. And you guys are also celebrating a special anniversary for Cuchara later this month. But before we get to the big party that you're having, you're also recognizing the 1-year anniversary of your new bakery. I should say new, but it's right across the street from Cuchara. Maybe you can tell us a bit about that.
Yes, correct. So the last year has been crazy. We expanded and then we opened up Cucharita. So it's Cuchara's baby sister. So it's open for lunch, breakfast, and it's been really, really good. Thankfully, we've gotten busier every day. It's much smaller than Cuchara, but it's doing amazing. We have a baker there that's from San Luis Potosí. So we have several pastries and sweetbreads that are really good.
Yeah, I went there one time, and you guys had some cakes there, and you also had some pastries, and it looked like there was like a little pop-up market inside where people were selling jewelry as well. That was right around the grand opening time.
Correct. So we do have different vendors every now and then we have a small market inside the restaurant where we have we'll switch it out, and we'll have different items from Mexico, all over Mexico. So it's a really, really unique items that you guys should check out.
And what type of foods do you serve there? Do you have breakfast and pastries? Is that the main thing?
Yeah, correct. We have lunch. We do breakfast and lunch. So we're open 7 a.m. to 3, Tuesday through Sunday. And you can have breakfast for lunch or have lunch for breakfast. So either one.
And Cuchara itself is known for its traditional Mexico City cuisine. Tell us a bit about the food there, but also the big celebration y'all have going on.
Yes, so September 15th is our anniversary. So it's going to be 11 years now. It's going to be from 7 p.m. to midnight. And so every year we do a different theme. This year we're doing, it's going to be based on the neighborhood in Mexico City. It's called Tepito. So it's feared by some and loved by many. So it's like a big marketplace, lots of food, Lots of dancing there too. It's a huge neighborhood and it's very well known. So this year's theme is based off of that.
And your regular menu takes a lot of pride in being Mexico City cuisine. What does that include? Maybe if people haven't been there, because here in Texas or in Houston, we know Tex-Mex, but traditional Mexican cuisine is quite different, correct?
Yeah, correct. We have a lot of items on our menu that are more like street foods. So a lot of our appetizers, like the pork belly gorditas, several items. Our tacos chelo are directly from Mexico City, lady on the street selling them. So and then we have also several dishes that are from the owners, grandmothers, great grandmothers, and it's a lot of mom's cooking here that we do at Cuchara. So.
Well, I know one person liked it because I was watching diners, drive-ins, and dives, and there Cuchara was on. They featured him, I guess, a few years ago. And tell us about. I guess in September, you guys have a special dish that's characteristic, but you can only do it in the month of September. Tell us about that.
Correct. It's called chile nogada, and it was originated in Puebla by the nuns. So the story goes that it was created after the Mexican independence for the Emperor Agustin de Iturbide. So they made it with the seasonal items, the granada pomegranate, the walnuts. And they created the colors to go with the Mexican flag. So it's white, red, and green with the chile poblano stuff with pork and several types.
Is it like a sweet and savory type dish?
Correct. It's more on the sweeter side. It's so good. You definitely have to try it. It's one of my favorites. One of my mom's favorites, which says a lot. My mom's a Mexican mom who really loves cuchara, so it says a lot. She identifies with it a lot. So.
And you can only get one type of walnut for it. Is that right? You don't find them everywhere?
Correct. Yeah. So that's why we can only do it the month of September, because we don't have it all the time. And then it's a whole process to get it clean, to just get it perfect for the chile nogada.
What is your most popular dish at Cuchara? Which one would you think?
No, there's so many. But yeah, I would say like all the moles, the mole negro with turkey, the mole verde. It takes so much to make all those dishes. So everyone who tries them knows how that they're truly made the way they are, but yeah, everything that we have here, from the brunch to the chilaquiles, everything just depends kind of what you're looking for, but everything is pretty popular, honestly.
Well, we're wishing you guys the best for your anniversary, which is coming up September 15th. It is at Cuchara. They're located in the Montrose area, and your special event is September 15th, 7 p.m. to midnight. From what I understand, this is 21 and up, though. Don't bring the kids, right? For adults only.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a big party, so it'll be really nice.
All right. Lorena, Tejeda, we appreciate you being here. She's the general manager for Cuchara, Mexico City Cuisine, and our Tasty Tuesday guest. We'll have all of your social media information in our post after the show, where people can visit visit you on Facebook and visit you guys in person.
Thank you very much for having us again.
All right. Thanks, Lorena. All right, Diana, there you go. Had you heard of the chile en nogada?
No. Todd, and again, I keep saying this. I don't know about Tuesdays for me. That's like around this time, I'm already getting hungry and I'm ready to go to Cuchara. I'm kidding you not. Or maybe Cucharita, whichever one is closer to me. But I'm going to go.
Definitely check it out. They're in Montrose, and they're not that far from each other, literally across the street. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to check it out.
Definitely going to go. That's it. Just remember my face, Ms. Tejeda.
Awesome. All right. We've got a few announcements to get to before we wrap up the show. First off, congrats, Forbes awards HCC. We've been recognized by Forbes as a top 10 employer in Texas, ranking number 4, only below NASA, Google, and HEB. That's right. Forbes asked 70,000 U.S. employees to rate their employers in such categories as work environment, gender pay equity, opportunities for advancement, pride in the company's product, services, or more. and we're number 4. Pretty good mention there. Check our post after the show, and we'll have a link to the full Forbes story. We've also got some student life tips that are happening, and students can check those out virtually, Diana.
That's correct, Todd. So this is perfect timing because tomorrow we have a workshop to assist students to improve their skills and studying needs that always going to lead to better grades. So remember, tomorrow, what it is, remembering what you read. I need to take that workshop right now. It is going to be from noon, and it's probably going to last maybe an hour and a half. But again, it's tomorrow, September 6th, and it's a virtual workshop. It's going to be on Teams. So check our post after the show for more information, guys. Now, we also have the Remembrance Day, right?
Yeah, and that's happening out there. It's hard to believe. I was watching the news over the weekend, and it just seems, I was in the news industry at the time when September 11th happened, and I actually covered it, the local stories on it. But it's hard to believe every year that just goes by us, and it's going to be next week again, and I'm glad to see that we're not going to forget. And I know you guys have a big event happening out at the Southeast College.
That's correct, Todd. So we are going to be celebrating, and I don't know if celebrating is the right word, but we're definitely going to be remembering the victims of 9/11. So Student Life will honor the victims, survivors, and those who rose up in service during the 9/11 attacks. The event will begin with a moment of silence before watching the presidential briefing, and then it's going to be a 30-minute film highlighting first-person accounts of what the attacks were in their aftermath. Again, it's a sobering moment, and it's going to begin at 9:30 a.m. Monday, September 11th, here at our Southeast Student Life building, room 137. So please come and join us and find all the information after our show.
All right, there is a faculty exhibition. It's called Out of Longing. It's happening at HCC Central College. It's inspired by mythical creatures and religious symbolism. All right. The artist's inspiration is man's need to personify his wishes for what does not exist. This is the only one. This is the only one of the only just one of the faculty exhibitions, which are literally happening across the district of HCC system. It happens through November 3rd at HCC Central Campus Fine Arts Gallery. It's free. Just stop on by and check it out. Okay. Have you been selected? Learn about FAFSA, because now if you want to take Second Start, which I think begins next week, right?
It sure does.
Yeah, it begins next week. If you want to do that, you need to get to it pretty quickly, and especially if you want to get FAFSA.
That is correct, Todd. So if you have been selected to get FAFSA, you need to be able to get a verification. It's very important. Verification is a process to confirm the information on students' FAFSA is accurate. The United States Department of Education randomly selects FAFSA to be verified on, and then each school may need to clarify a student's potential and discrepancies. That's why if you have been selected for verification, the Financial Aid Office will request further documentation, and it is important. It is the number one thing you need to be doing, so don't ignore that step. And if you need more information, just remember you can find all the information after our show.
And registration is underway for Second Start semester. Starts on September the 18th. So they've got 2 weeks from yesterday.
2 weeks.
Get it done. Yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday. 5 ways to learn. Online anytime, online to schedule. 2 hybrids. We have hybrid classes and hybrid labs, and then in-person classes across the district on every campus. Go to hccs.edu/apply. Make sure you do that today. Tomorrow, MBDA Director Marchette Turner will be here to talk about ongoing Subs and Sandwiches, very popular series. And then also later this week, Diana, will have the Holocaust Museum and the Smithsonian will review an exhibition on the history of the Green Book. Want to know more about it? Tune in later this week. Hey, Diana, thanks for being here today.
You're welcome, Todd. It's always a pleasure joining you and joining our wonderful students. Don't forget, Second Start will start September 18th. So register now. There's classes available, and you can always come to HCC Southeast.
That's right. I know you guys will welcome them down there. All right, Dan, have a good week. We'll see you again next week.
You too. Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be live tomorrow again here from HCC TV Studios for Up to the Minute.